What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to dive in on Matt LaFleur being on the hot seat. Now let's go back to the beginning of the season for the Packers. Week 1, you beat a great Lions team 27-13. Jordan Love looked good. The defense looked amazing. You hold a high octane Lions offense to 13 points. You bring in Micah Parsons for help on the defense. You add to an already amazing defense, in my opinion. And let's be real, after week 1, after they beat the Lions, I feel like everybody was so quick to call the Packers Super Bowl champs.
That is the best team I watched. I do not see the holes.
The #1 threat to the Chiefs in the entire NFL.
And the Packers, I think, are...
This team might be my pick to win the Super Bowl at this point.
I feel like everybody was on board. Every media outlet, every social media post I seen was saying this team is a Super Bowl contender and they are capable of winning it all. Everything seemed in place. You got your star franchise quarterback, Jordan Love, your offensive guru, head coach, and Matt LaFleur, your Super Bowl defense. Add Micah Parsons to it, unstoppable, right? Everything seemed perfectly in place. So what went wrong? Well, let's look at it. After the Lions, they go on to play the Commanders. Now, mind you, this is before Jaden Daniels got hurt, right? At the beginning of the season, the Commanders are coming off of last season, right? Making a playoff appearance. Their rookie quarterback looks amazing. But looking at it now, knowing what we know about the Commanders now, I do not think that the Commanders are a good team. So I don't really count that as an impressive win. You then go play the Cleveland Browns after that game and you lose 13-10. Now the Cleveland Browns are 2-7 today as I make this video, but nobody took that loss seriously, right? Nobody panicked. Everybody said it was just a little blip. It happens to every good team. You know, you lose a wild one, an outlier. Nobody was panicking, right? Then they go on to play the Cowboys in a Micah Parsons revenge game. A lot of headlines going into that game. It was an awesome game, 42-40. And it ended in a tie out of all results. I mean, you can't draw it up any better, right? Cowboys trade their star player to the Packers. They link up and they play in a Micah revenge game and it ends in a 40-40 tie. That is absolutely classic. Now, also, same kind of with the Commanders. At that time, we thought the Cowboys were the real deal. We didn't know that that defense was as bad as it is. As we know today, as I make this video, that defense is literally 32nd in the NFL. We didn't know that at the time. So again, we gave them another pass, right? Everybody gave them another pass. Nobody really talked about it. Nobody really looked into it too much. They just said, it's a tie. It happens. Great game, whatever. Now they go on a little run after this. They beat the Bengals. Then they beat the Cardinals, but they had to claw back. It was a weird game. They were down for a little bit. Took some late heroics, took a big 4th down pickup at the end of the game for the Packers to win that game against a Cardinals team who is not that good. Then they play the Steelers, they get the win. Everybody thinks it's a huge win. Aaron Rodgers revenge game, right? And fast forward now, the Steelers don't look so hot. True colors are getting exposed. So that's another win that you kind of, over time, you look back and you kind of take the points off of it, right? Then they go and lose to the Carolina Panthers, one of the worst teams in the NFL. Now, look, I am a Panthers fan myself. I know that the Panthers have been playing well to their standards this year, but it never felt like a real thing. It feels like a fluke. And honestly, after losing to the Saints, I think it is a fluke. So they lose to that Carolina Panthers team, the same Panthers team I'm calling a fluke. They lose to them. And let's call it what it is. The Panthers dominated them. They beat them in the trenches and manhandled them. It was an ugly game. And if you're the Packers, that's when you have to win, no doubt about it. And the Panthers beat them at their own game and they beat them in Lambeau. Bryce Young, who might not even be a quarterback in the league in a couple years, goes in, Rico Dowdle runs all over them. Where was Micah Parsons to save you then, right? So why is it so hard for a team with so much talent, right? For a team with their offensive guru head coach and their franchise quarterback, why is it so hard to win games that you should be winning with no contest, right? And I don't want to say no contest because this is the NFL. Every single win is earned and it is not given, right? Any given Sunday, that's what they say for a reason. But we can't sit here and act like the Packers have not been underperforming. They have not delivered up to this point. And I go back and talk about and think about all the hype at the beginning of the season. And I feel like each week people lose hope and are losing belief. I believe it starts with the head coach. Matt LaFleur has been the head coach of the Green Bay Packers for almost 7 years now. Now, he only had one losing season up to this point, which was in 2022. And I feel like a big part of that has to do with, you know, he inherits Aaron Rodgers. He inherits a Jordan Love who is getting all the experience on the bench and learning from A-Rod. And what better situation can you come into, right? And now I feel like that plays a part, you know, having A-Rod, having a not rookie Jordan Love and a developed Jordan Love. Obviously that helps, that makes things easier. I'm not trying to take away from Matt LaFleur. These are just the facts. I feel like too quickly people people put him on the pedestal, put him in the conversation with Andy Reid, Sean McVay, Shanahan, but I feel like it was all too quick. In his 6 seasons as a head coach for the Packers, he's been to the NFC Championship twice, once in 2019 and another time in 2020, and lost both of those games. He lost to the 49ers in 2019, 37-20, and then loses a close game to the Buccaneers, 26-31 in the year after that, 2020, which leads me to my biggest point and the entire point of this video. Matt LaFleur cannot win the big game. Matt LaFleur has problems and has trouble when going against real top tier head coaches. He struggles against the McVays. He struggles against the Reids. He gets outcoached and outclassed by his peers in spots that are just, you can't look away. Like, these are playoff games, right? And like I said, time and time again, we've seen Matt LaFleur get out coached, and we always have given him the benefit of the doubt, I feel like. Don't get me wrong, I think Matt LaFleur is a hell of a head coach, but to put him in that Shanahan, McVay, Andy Reid category, I just can't do it. I've always liked Matt LaFleur, but I always have felt like it's just something's not right. I want more out of you. I want something else, and something's been missing, and I don't know what it is. I mean, this Packers team is insanely talented. Now, obviously this year, a big part of the Packers struggles is obviously Jordan Love's inconsistencies, right? I don't think Jordan Love is a bad quarterback by any means, but he is not a Patrick Mahomes. He is not a Josh Allen. He is not a Lamar Jackson. He is a great quarterback and can be your franchise quarterback 100%. But he's not one of those guys that's going to just will you to a Super Bowl by himself with no help, right? Kind of like Jalen Hurts, I feel like Jordan Love needs that run game, right? He needs that defense. And when Jordan Love has that defense going and he has that run game to support him, he is scary, man. Don't get it twisted. Jordan Love can make every and any throw on a football field, no doubt about it. Yes, he makes mistakes. I mean, a couple of those picks in the Panthers game was unreal, and I'm gonna be real, it's just undefendable, right? To be in year 5 and to throw a ball like that, like what we saw in that Panthers game, it's inexcusable, it's undefendable. But for the majority of the part, he has been good. And like I said, it's kind of like Jalen Hurts, right? You need that run game, you need that defense. Well, let's look at it. The Packers are ranked 5th overall in defense. They are 5th in yards per game allowed, and they rank 7th in points allowed. The defense is playing amazing. There's no doubt about it. They keep them in the games. But one thing when it comes to a head coach, you're either an offensive head coach or you're a defensive head coach. And it doesn't matter which one you are to me. In my opinion, you have to get your side of the ball right. Matt LaFleur is an offensive head coach. The Packers this year on offense have not looked good. They're 17th in overall offense, 15th in points per game, and they have the 20th best rushing offense in the NFL. That is a recipe to set up Jordan Love for failure. And if you're Matt LaFleur, you are an offensive head coach. So where's the offense? You have to get your side of the ball right. Look at Ben Johnson in Chicago for a perfect example. The Bears are rolling right now. I mean, they're top 5 in a lot of categories on offense, right? And Ben Johnson has done an absolutely great job. Now, the defense for the Bears has looked awful. There's no doubt about it. But he is an offensive-minded head coach. He is running the offense. I'm not going to say it's not his job to get the defense in line. It's not his job to get the defense in line. There's D coordinators, right? He's an offensive guru. He gets his side of the ball more than right. He excels, right? I think in last night's game against the Eagles, the play on 4th down with the game on the line is a perfect example of Matt LaFleur just being Matt LaFleur. Regardless of how good Jordan Love is or whatever, the run game's not going, you cannot call that play on a 4th and 1 with the game on the line. I mean, I'm watching the tape back from this entire Eagles game, and I don't see many times Jordan Love making a mistake. There was 1 or 2 plays where he had receivers open in the middle and he didn't make it. But like I said, it was 1 to 2. I watched the entire tape. Jordan Love did not really have a bad game. It just seemed like Matt LaFleur didn't open the playbook up till late in the game. And when he did, Jordan Love was making throws and he looked good. But that play call on 4th down is undefendable, inexcusable, absolutely a lousy call. Look, I do believe that Matt LaFleur is coaching for his job after this Eagles loss. And we know that Jordan Love isn't going anywhere. We've seen the NFL before. We know how it works. Quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, they don't get fired, right? The GM and the head coach get fired. The offensive scheme in that Philly game was really bad, in my opinion. There was not enough options. There was not enough route combinations to set Jordan Love up for success. And you can go watch the tape back. You are in Green Bay. You need to get the run game going, Matt LaFleur. You need to set your quarterback up for success. You need that run game to show up. And for whatever reason, is not showing up this year. They had an amazing rushing season last year, and it's just not translating this year for whatever reason. You add that on to the fact that their division is looking good right now. The Lions aren't going anywhere. The Vikings are, maybe you could argue, a quarterback away. Who knows if JJ McCarthy is going to be the guy? I don't think he will. Regardless of him being the quarterback or not, they're still around. That is a good team with a great head coach in KOC. And the Bears are clicking, like I said. They're getting it together. They're becoming a threat in the division, no doubt about it. So if you are the Packers, I understand why Matt LaFleur would be on the hot seat. Your division is really good. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to get worse. You need somebody who can come in and make this happen within this window. You just went all in. You paid Jordan Love. You go and get Micah Parsons. You trade picks that you absolutely will not trade unless you know and believe that this is a Super Bowl team who can win this year. So yeah, while Jordan Love hasn't been playing his best ball, I do think that falls on the head coach mainly. And like I said, Jordan Love's not going anywhere regardless. Matt LaFleur will be fired before Jordan Love even gets thought of. Playoffs coming up, you need that run game in the cold, and you need the offense to start clicking. And this defense is playing well, and you're doing a disservice to them by not playing complimentary football. And you need to get your side of the ball right, Matt. And that's my take on it. I do think that if the Packers get bounced first round of the playoffs this year, you heard it here first, I do believe Matt LaFleur will be fired if that is the case. Now, they will not fire him mid-season, right? Like some of these dysfunctional teams do. That's not the Packers. That's not what they're going to do. And the situation isn't as dire as that, I'll be honest. But I do believe that if he flames out round one of the playoffs, or maybe they don't even make the playoffs, Matt LaFleur will be fired. And I do believe he will be a hot candidate for other teams somewhere else, and he'll have no trouble getting another job. But if you're the Packers, I do believe that is on the table if that's how it plays out. All right, man, let me know what you guys think about the video. Let me know if I got anything wrong in your opinion. Let me know how you feel about the Packers and Matt LaFleur. Is he in or is he out? It's been your boy Dave, man. Make sure you check out all the other videos, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.